Hey guys, JT with a quick update on my LCG Stampede 4x4 build. So you guys know that I was taking the new Wrestler 4x4 chassis and putting it on my Stampede 4x4, basically taking the front ends off the front and the rear, the front and rear housing, and attaching it to the Wrestler 4x4 chassis. But there's a couple of things, as you guys can really see here. The Stampede 4x4 drive shaft is way too short. With this LCG chassis, this kind of extends more up to the front here. So the stock Stampede 4x4 drive shaft is too long. And I just went and bought the Slash 4x4 drive shaft. This is too long as well. Looking at some of the specs, the Rustler 4x4 one's 189 millimeters, I think, long. So I'm actually going to have to use this one, but I'm going to have to trim this off some. So I wanted to let you guys know about that before you start doing this conversion, that unless you can find the Rustler 4x4 drive shaft, you're going to have to buy the Slash one and then just cut, I don't know, about an inch or so off of this for this to fit and work in here. So other things with this, everything else kind of bolted on right together. You guys know that I had to buy a couple components front and rear for it there, and I actually have one of these front skid plates. I may just replace that and put some new screws in there, so this will kind of look newer because everything else on it is pretty much new with that, but everything else fit pretty good with it. I will have to work on or get the battery tray as well, because this is kind of different than what goes in the Slash 4x4 and even in the Stampede 4x4. You guys know it has a kind of a piece that flips up and down and kind of mounts up in here. So I'll be looking at a couple of different ways to kind of mount this on. And I know what you guys are saying and thinking. This is nothing but a Slash LCG chassis. It is not. I can't stress that enough. Because it's not. I mean, it's not as long as one. And I believe the width may be somewhat the same. I don't know the exact dimensions of it. But you guys can tell here from this battery tray right here. The Slash 4x4 can fit a 7-cell flat battery. And the Rustler 4x4 and the Stampede 4x4 cannot. It'll have to fit a hump pack in there. That's why they gave you that unique battery strap that's kind of got a slot in it, like right here, for that extra hump cell to fit there. So the chassis are different. They didn't just take a Slash 4x4 chassis and slap it on a Rust or anything like that. Now you can take the Slash LCG chassis and make that into, I put that onto a Stampede, or make what I had. I called something Slash Max. You guys search my channel and you'll see that I basically took a Slash 4x4, put an Emax body on it, and then also put some bigger tires and wheels. And I just called it a Slash Max. That's basically what it was, a Slash and an Emax kind of fused together to make an RC car. And then there's another thing too with the length of this. So you guys know that I have the standard body mounts on here. This is a standard Stampede body, 4x4 body. If I try to fit this on the rear, you guys see that that will not fit on the front. And then you have this huge gap here. Now I can lower this down some, get this to focus in just a little bit more. I can lower it down some, but it's still going to have that gap there. So I'm going to have to look at getting an Emax body for this. Not probably the actual original Emax body. I'm probably going to get one of the Pro Line bodies, one of the Chevy bodies or something to put on here. I did go to the Hobbytown up here, and I did look at, or actually place it on top of here, and it will fit perfectly as this sits. And I think there's not too much of a gap. And of course, I did a video a while back on how to lower your Stampede 4x4. You can just either trim these down instead of buying the ones. I think Proline makes some that actually is about a ½ inch shorter, or you can just trim these down and save some money. Or you can use a little metal battery pins to actually go in. And I'll show you guys that. But you guys can search on my channel. I have plenty of videos on lowering the Stampede 4x4 in the body and stuff. But I may leave it pretty high like that. Just depends on how that Proline body fits on here. So that's kind of where I stand right now. I'll have to go ahead and get this and do some trimming on this probably in the next couple of days or so, a week or so. And then show you guys kind of the complete build. Because once I do that, the next thing will be the body. But I'll probably do a test run just to see how it runs. Y'all know I'll be fiending, so y'all know I'm going to run anyway. Just to see how it runs before I decide on the exact body for that. And I may have you guys vote on which body I should put. The Proline Chevy body, or get the original Emax body, paint it up, or there's a couple of options, but The Emax body is probably going to be one of the better fits. The Arma Big Rock body might fit because it is going to be long like that. But I'll do a comparisons with this as well, just so you guys can see this. But if Traxxas does go this route, they wouldn't be able to use this chassis if they're going to use the stock Stampede 4x4 body. So that's kind of what I wanted to point out here with you guys, was that the drive shaft, you're going to need a different one. And if you can't find the Rustler one, you're going to have to buy the Slash one. You're going to have to trim that, and then the body won't fit. You'll have to get a different body. You can't use the stock Stampede 4x4 body. So, I mean, you can, but it's going to sit kind of like this. And you see how off that is. That doesn't look good. Even if you lowered it down, it's still not going to look good because the wheel well is cut off right here at the rear. And it just doesn't sit too good unless you're going to cut all that off and stuff. And I'm not going to just hack this body up just to put it on here. So wanted to show that to you guys. If you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and put that down below. But I am still working on want to let you guys know that. So it's going to take me a little bit longer to do a couple of things with this, but I will get this up and running. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.